Jimmy has a player option for the 2025-26 season at $52.4 million. That's also a lot, and it's going to surprise. It's going to interest me whether he takes that on or not, because by the sounds of it, he wants an extension, and he could, opt out and get, more guaranteed years, I suppose, if he does get to next off season without a deal. It's really just going to come down to how he plays next season, because I actually think he's got to a point where if he declines anymore, then it might be difficult for him to get a max extension, and therefore do you just opt into that $52.4 million? It's just really going to depend on how he plays next season. He's going to be super motivated. He's always super motivated, as it is anyway. But he's always kind of got a chip on his shoulder, and I think if Miami don't give him an extension here before the start of the season, then I think that's just going to add to that chip on the shoulder, and he's going to come out and want to play at a really, really high level next season. In terms of his fit with the Warriors, well, again, I've thought about this for a few months now, going back to late May, where Slater kind of proposed it, but didn't say the Warriors, didn't out and out say the Warriors were interested. It was more just a hypothetical. Here's a guy that could become available given the contract situation, given there was sounded like a little bit of animosity between him and the Miami Heat after their season ended in the first round against the Celtics. Of course, Jimmy had a little bit to say from the bench during that first round series. And then, of course, Pat Riley publicly in the media kind of criticized Jimmy for talking while he was injured on the bench. He missed the entire five-game first-round series that the Heat lost there to the Celtics. So that's another thing with Jimmy, is that the injuries are a concern. He hasn't played more than 65 games since 2016-17 or something like that. So obviously the salary makes it difficult, and if you've got to commit a max extension to kind of get him to stay around, that also makes it very difficult. Do you want to be paying Jimmy Butler over $50 million a season in 4 or 5 years' time? Probably not. And we had this same conversation with Paul George, who obviously the Warriors sounds like they were willing to give a 4-year, $220 million max extension to, which would have been paying him over $50 million a year at age 38, 39. I think I'd have a little bit more difficulty with Jimmy, because PG was a better fit. If you look at the guys the Warriors have targeted in terms of, clearly PG and Markkanen, much better shooters than what Jimmy is, and as a result, just cleaner fits, I think, for the Warriors. Jimmy, a little bit more clunky in an offense. You put him in at small forward, you put him next to Kuminga and Draymond. Is there enough shooting there? Well, Jimmy did shoot a career-high 41.4% from three-point range last season, but it's less than 2.5 attempts per game. I was actually really interested last season watching him. There were times where he didn't seem overly motivated. And what I mean by that, he averaged, I think it was 13 field goal attempts per game last season. A couple of times I was watching him, the aggressiveness that we've kind of come to see from Jimmy Butler just wasn't necessarily there. And that was the second lowest average field goal attempts of his career over the last 10 seasons. Right. And so there just wasn't necessarily the aggression and maybe deferring to teammates a little bit more, which is, unlike Jimmy necessarily. He's an alpha dog. And that doesn't necessarily, actually, from a Warrior perspective, that doesn't concern me too much, because he would come, if he were to come to the Warriors, he wouldn't be the alpha dog anymore. He'd be the second behind Steph. And therefore, if he's averaging 20 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, really good efficiency like he was last season, 49.9% from the floor, 41.4% from three. If he's doing that, then that's good for the Warriors, I think. And so I don't think he's a perfect fit by any means, just because of this, the contractual situation and his fit as a player with the lack of shooting, at least compared to someone like George or Markkanen. There are some concerns there. Really, obviously, then just comes down to what the Warriors would have to give up in a trade